This is a 2020 Volvo XC90 T6 Momentum trim level with all-wheel drive, and today we're going to review it. Today we're working with our friends at Sears Imported Autos, selling beautiful Mercedes-Benz cars, SUVs, and Sprinter vans. Hey folks, I'm Rob.
And I'm Nathan.
And we are
Two Guys
in a Ride. And say, Nate, what are we taking a look at today?
Rob, today we're taking a look at the 2020 Volvo XC90 T6 Momentum all-wheel drive.
That's right, but before we do, if you want to keep up to date with all the new cars, trucks, and SUVs, and you want to know how to use all the technology that's built inside of them, plus you like cool collector car stories,
take a moment to hit that subscribe button down below and ring that bell notification up above so you never miss a video.
That's right, so there's nothing else to do but maybe, I don't know, what do you say, Nate?
Let's go for a ride.
That's right.
All right, so today we're off on a ride. Our job sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. And this is the in the Volvo XC90 Momentum trim.
Yes.
2020.
And I've had a little chance to drive it around a little bit. I like the steering on it.
Okay.
It's you know, it's boosted.
Okay.
But makes it really easy. You can do one finger turns, and but it's very nice. I really like that. As far as the ride goes, I think it's quite comfortable. I'm not noticing a lot of the little bumps in the road. So it's quite comfortable.
I think this is one of the first Volvos we've actually test driven, isn't it?
This is.
Yeah.
It's nice and quiet on the inside. You know, in terms of how everything is laid out in here, you know, you've got your voice command right on the steering wheel. You can see all the basic information right, you know, within your driver's information screen right from the steering wheel, and quite a simple operation to do it. So not distracting, I guess, is what I'm trying to get across. This does have a nice infotainment screen right here. So Volvo tends to not put a lot of buttons on their cars.
Right.
And so a lot of the stuff is you have to go into the infotainment screen to get, but it's there, and it does have a very nice heads-up display, which I like. And in terms of getting in and out, we'll show a picture of that. But you know, it's an SUV, so it's got that nice height for sitting down into. For parking, this is extremely easy. You got the 360 surround view camera system. So, you know, obviously includes the front camera and the rear camera, side cameras, up and down cameras, just about everywhere cameras. So very easy to, you know, as easy as you can get to park.
Yeah.
They've made it really nice. If you've never driven a Volvo before, you'll want to spend a little time familiarizing yourself with how things work digitally in here. They work differently than a lot of other vehicles. But everything's right there, and once you learn it, it's quite a simple step up. All right, and so now I'm going to pull over and let Rob take a drive. I'm going to go in the back seat and see what the ride is like back there.
Okay, interior fit and finish, very nice. One of the things I would say is a minus is it's a little drab in here. The open pore wood is very beautiful, and it has a nice tactile feel, but it blends in too much with the rest of the patterns in the black interior. So, you know, maybe a lighter color wood or a different shade would look a lot nicer. But overall, I mean, it's very, very top notch. Even with a little bit of piano black around the center touchpad controller there isn't bad, because I'm imagining that's probably not going to get too very scratched. So overall, I like all the chrome work and the soft touch materials. Just maybe lighten the wood up a little bit to give a little more contrast. But acceleration isn't like zoom, zoom, punch, but it is definitely linear.
Yes.
It's got a good pull, and it's very, very comfortable, and that's what I like about it. Then you've got lots of safety systems in this car. You've got ABS, you've got speed-sensitive steering, you've got rear cross traffic, you've got all the cameras that Nathan talked to you about, and I'll cover a few more of those in my external review. Sound and quietness, though. We're on the highway, and it's very quiet.
Yep.
I mean, it's easy to have a conversation in here because it is not a lot of intrusive road noise,
Right.
tire noise, wind noise, just Nathan noise. But that's optional. You can leave him at home. How's it back there, Nate?
You know, it's comfortable. You could definitely go for a long ride in this.
Oh, I think it'd be a great highway cruiser. Definitely do. So, coming up next, my exterior review, followed by Nathan's interior review. And don't forget, click on that little link up above because we are going to do a how-to video on how to use all of the driver's infotainment and the center infotainment stack. So keep watching. Okay, for 2020, the Volvo XC90 is available in 3 trim levels. There's the Momentum package, $48,350. The R design is $56,100, and then the top line Inscription is $62,600. And they are available in either front or all-wheel drive. Now, this particular one is powered by a 2-liter super and turbocharged direct injected engine with the start-stop automatic function. It produces 316 horsepower and 295 pound-foot of torque, and it's driven by an 8-speed Geartronic automatic transmission, and as I said, this one does have all-wheel drive. Now, taking a look up front, I do like the blacked out grille, but you do get the vertical chrome bars and the chrome surround, and of course the Volvo large logo with built-in camera. It does also have the body colored front bumper and lower air intakes, and this has the LED headlights with Thor's hammer, daytime running lights, and auto high beams. You also do, way down below, have fog lights. Up top, it has the heated windshield washer, or they call it windscreen, and they are rain detecting variable intermittent wipers. And then where they rest or where they park, it is heated to help melt ice and snow off of the wiper blades. Let's walk around and talk about the side. Okay, around the side you can see the brushed stainless and black turbine wheels. Interesting look to them. That black area is all solid, but they are wrapped in 235/55 R19 all-season tires. It does have four-wheel disc brakes with 13.6 front and 12.6 rear ventilated rotors. There is a double wishbone front suspension with coil springs and a multi-link rear suspension with traverse leaf springs out back. I like the body colored wheel arches, and you see also the large body colored rocker moldings. It also does have the body colored door handles with remote keyless entry, and these of course are the body colored powered heated auto dimming side mirrors with power folding and turn signal indicators. I like the brushed chrome look of the belt line and the window trim, and it does have the rear side dark tinted windows, and up top you have that, again, that brushed stainless or brushed chrome look roof rack rails. And yes, I went there. I tried to say all three, and I think I was successful this time. So let's take a look around back. Okay, out back you can see it does have the body colored roof spoiler, and it does have the high mount stoplight, and you have a fixed rear window with defroster, and it does have the integrated wiper, and it is deep tinted glass on this as well. Now it is a power operated tailgate. You have a rear view camera, it has rear fog lights, it has LED brake lights, and I like the rear bumper sill plate here, this brushed stainless protection piece. It has body colored rear bumper with the metal look rub strip, and it has the dual integrated tailpipes with chrome tailpipe finishers. Let's take a look inside at the cargo. Right now I've got one third row seat up and one down so you can see our luggage in there, but max cargo is 85.7 cubic feet. Cargo capacity behind the second row is 35.6 cubic feet, and then cargo capacity behind the third row is 12.6 cubic feet. Length from the sill to the front seats is 80.3 inches. From the sill to the back of the second seats, 49.6 inches. And from the sill to the back of the third row, 21.8 inches. Cargo width at the belt line, 46.9 inches. Cargo width at the wheel houses, 47.4 inches. Cargo height, 35 inches. And liftover is 30.8 inches. Now let's talk about some of the safety systems on this SUV. You do have, I've got the keys here, I'll just set them down. You do have the 360-degree surround view camera system. Nathan will show you about that inside. It's really, really nice, really clear. It does have active cruise control. You have the front park assist sensors. You have lane departure warning, blind spot information system, city safety and cross traffic alert, traction control, and front mitigation, along with so much more. Now, packages available for this SUV are an advanced package, a graphical head-up display, which this vehicle actually does have, full LED headlights with active bending lights, so as you turn a corner they'll swivel a little bit for you. 360 high resolution surround view camera system, again, which this one does have. It has a headlight cleaning system package and the front park assist sensors as a package, and this has that as well. Let's talk about the dimensions. Front track is 65.7 inches, rear track 65.8 inches, overall width 84.3 inches, overall length 195 inches, height is 69.9 inches, and it rides on a wheelbase of 117.5 inches. Has a base curb weight of 4,589 pounds, and it has a ground clearance of up to 9.4 inches. The approach angle, 23.8 degrees, the departure angle, 23.3 degrees, and then the breakover angle is 21.3 degrees. Now, it does have a total turning circle of 39.7 feet. It has a maximum capacity fuel of 16.8 gallons, and when properly equipped, can tow up to 5,000 pounds. So let's talk about our spade scale now. Safety, of course, is always first. Well, this has an overall crash test rating of 5 out of 5 stars. It has a frontal barrier crash rating of 5 out of 5, side crash rating of 5 out of 5, and a rollover rating of 4 out of 5 stars. So rated very, very highly. Performance, 0 to 60, 6.1 seconds with a top speed of 130 miles per hour. And its quarter mile time, 15.3 seconds. And then, of course, more so, safety, 60 to 0, 113 feet. Now, on its appearance, well, it's proudly Scandinavian inside and out. The sharp lines and thoughtful details like front and rear signature lighting make for one of the best looking SUVs on the market. Now, I think it is. It's a good looking design. Dependability. Well, the basic warranty is 4 years and 50,000 miles. There's a drivetrain warranty, 4 years, 50,000 miles. And there's a roadside assistance warranty with 4 years, and it's unlimited miles. Plus, you get covered maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles. Its fuel economy is 18 city, 26 highway, and 21 combined. So that's our spade scale, and that's my outside review. Now let's take a look at the inside, but before we do, take a moment to give us a like. Heck, leave us a comment and click on that subscribe button down below. So, what do you say, Nate? Take it away.
So here on the door panel, you can kind of see, you know, the combination of colors that we were talking about earlier. I mean, it's a very nice door, and I really like this matte wood finish, but both of us wish this would maybe be a little lighter color, something to contrast the colors in the door. But the fit and finish of it is extremely good. All right, down here you have got auto up and down all 4 windows, and up here are your mirror controls. Over here you got your unlock and lock buttons, and then you do have a 3-person memory setting on the driver's side. And you have 2 of your 10 Harman Kardon sound system speakers. Down here you've got a nice ample storage. In here you've got a bottle holder down there, and then just some kind of a 2-tiered shelf right back here, a little higher and not quite as deep right here, but very nice. Both seats, driver and passenger, are 8-way power, including a 2-position lumbar. Down here, you've got a nice footrest area, and you also have a little felt padded storage area in here. Okay, coming up a little bit more, you've got your dashboard brightness and dimness control. You have your trunk release, and then this is a tilt and telescope wheel, and it is manual. That's right up in here. All right, let's step inside. All right, it is a push start. Well, actually, that's not true. It's a Volvo, so it's a twist start. So you come down here and you twist it. And I'm guessing that's because it's in the center console instead of up on the dashboard, so no one accidentally hits it. All right, you have a beautiful 12.3-inch digital driver screen. And then you have a 9-inch infotainment screen. Now the driver screen and the infotainment screen, we are going to make a separate video of, and we'll go into detail about everything that's in there and how to run it. But for our purposes of this review, it's customizable. You can change everything that you see up there. All right, coming on back to the steering wheel, you do have your cruise control buttons here. So this is your on-off. This is your resume plus your plus or minus. And then this one here actually switches between adaptive cruise control and pilot assist. So basically, pilot assist is a combination of adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist. Normal adaptive cruise control, of course, doesn't do the lane keeping assist part. And you can also shut off the adaptive cruise control part and just have standard cruise control. Over here you have your gap settings for the adaptive cruise control, and I really like it because they give you a whole lot of space between cars. There's like 5 different possibilities. Over here on the right, you've got voice command, and then you have the menu button for some of the driver's information system here, and then these cursors here plus this button here, this is a push button, will select different things up on that screen. Moving over to the infotainment screen, so you have this infotainment screen that's in a portrait shape, and the real quickly the way it's laid out is if you swipe, this is kind of your things that you've been last kind of touched, and if you scroll to the left, you get your safety systems. If you scroll one more to the right, you get some other things. You get your media sources, and then sound, messages, driver performance, download center, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, that kind of stuff. It is all touchscreen with the exception of this one physical button here, and then a pause play button, a volume, and a forward backwards button. So switching radio stations, if you're in Bluetooth, you can fast forward a track or whatever. But that's the way that works. It is a 220 watt 10 speaker Harman Kardon sound system with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, AM/FM radio, and HD radio. So it's loaded, and it has a good sound. So in terms of the climate control system, I told you that it's all soft touch on the screen, and it is, but these buttons are always here. So the minute you click on something, you have access to your climate control system. This is a 4-zone climate control system. All right, coming on down a little bit further, you do have your hazard button here. You have your 2 defroster buttons, and then you have got your glove compartment button release, and I'll show you to that in a little bit. All of the climate control is controlled through the infotainment screen, is all touch. Moving back a little bit further, you've got a couple little storage areas. So you've got this one right here that's looks like it's got 2 different levels, but you can set a smartphone in there, a large one, and it will just lean right in there. And then you can also push that button and close that area if you want. Coming back a little bit further, let me move the keys. You do have a 12-volt outlet right here, and a little bit of a rubberized storage area here, rubber on the bottom, and then 2 cup holders right here with a pass-through. Moving over here to the buttons, you've got your auto start stop defeat button here. You've got your electronic parking brake. And then you have your drive mode buttons. Now this has a couple of different drive modes. You have Eco, Comfort, Dynamic, and Off-Road. Okay. This, of course, is your swivel start-stop. You have to twist it to start it or stop it. And then you have a traditional shifter, which I really like. I like it's not that it's a push-button transmission. Okay. If we come back a little bit further, we have a center armrest storage area here. I like it that the cover opens up really wide. You have two USBs. The one that's circled in white is the one where you would connect to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Other than that, it's got a felt-lined interior. Okay, the glove compartment is, like I said earlier, push open. It's dampened, it's felt-lined, and you have an air conditioning off or on button here. It's a slider. So you can actually have your glove compartment air conditioned. Now it runs off the same system as the rest of your car. It's not going to freeze anything. You do have a separate shelf in here to store like your papers on so they don't get damp. Reading some of the forums on Volvos, it's not enough to like freeze anything, but people say if they put a sandwich or bottles of water in there on a long drive, it does keep them cool, and they haven't had problems with condensation. So take that for what it's worth. But it is nice and felt lined, and you do have a secondary shelf to store important papers on. Moving on up to the mirror, this is a auto dimming rear view mirror. You do have a built-in digital compass and 3 home link buttons on the bottom. Moving up here, you've got your emergency buttons right here, along with your passenger airbag indicator. This does have a panoramic sunroof, and it's a 1-button touch run. So this will do your shade and your window, and it will tilt it and open it and all that stuff, all from 1 button. Up here you have all of your, well, these 3 are your reading lights up here, and then this button here is to turn on or off your auto dimming feature on the rear view mirror. The visors have a nice white light behind them, and I'm not sure if that's LED or not, but it's a much whiter light than the yellow that we sometimes see. And then if you pop them out, they are not telescoping, okay? But they will definitely keep the sun out of your eyes. And it's the same on both sides. Okay, let's step into the back and see what that's like. Stepping into the second row, you've got the same combinations on the door. You have 2 of your Arm & Carden speakers right here. You do have a bottle holder right here, along with a little bit of storage. You do have a lock button here, and then you do have your auto up and down window right here. Now, both seats have net storage behind them. So, in the second row, you do have, that's an interesting feature here. Right now, if I try to touch anything, nothing happens, but if I hit the lock button, everything comes on. So each of the passengers in the second row can adjust their own temperature. Then you just click on it for fan speed, and each of them has a 3-stage heated outboard seat. Then of course you have your vent controls right here. Underneath that you've got a 12-volt outlet again. Right, the seats themselves are they're comfortable. I rode in this on the ride and they were very comfortable, and they're adjustable in many ways. You got the grab bar underneath, so you can slide them back and forth. Then also the same button that folds the seat, if you pull it, you can also tilt the seat to a pretty good degree. All right, headroom. Oodles. I got close to 3 inches. The center armrest pulls down here, and I like it that's elevated, but the cup holders are a really interesting situation. If you open this pops up. Now the thing is, there's so much real estate here. I wish that they had just put in 2 normal cup holders and not gone to all this work. My frustration with it is, if I have a drink and I'm sitting in the seat, I have to turn like this to get over this lip to get down in there. And again, the cup holders, they'll fit a bottle, you know, like a 16-ounce bottle, But you know, if you're big drinks or anything, it's not going to hold that. As far as height, it's great. As far as support, it's wonderful. All right, these seats are a 40-20-40 split. So I'll show you real quick how to fold those. All right, so to fold the seat itself, just to lay it flat, there's a lever down here on the back side of your seat. You just simply pull that up. It folds the headrest, folds the seat, and there you go. And then to do this one, there's a pull lever. You just pull that and it does the same thing, and then you can do the same thing with the last seat. All right, if you want to, and by the way, in order to get the seats back up, they're locked in place. You have to lift that same lever that you used to get it down to put it back up. All right, so I have adjusted the seat back here so that I'm comfortable with the front seat. This is where it was when I was driving. And right now I've got, you know, how about anywhere, depending on where my knee goes, but anywhere from 2 inches to about 3/4 of an inch. I'm not touching anything. Okay, and then I'm going to recline the seat to where I'm kind of comfortable. There we go. So that when I climb in the third row, we'll get a good idea of what kind of space there is. To crawl into the third row, there's a grab lever on the outboard side of each of the outboard seats. Okay, and you simply grab that, and it's going to lift up, and you're going to push it forward. Okay, so now I have a little bit of an access room to get in. Okay, to get a little better angle view with the camera, we've put the 20 part of the seat down. So you can see here, I'm in the third row. This seat did stay where I adjusted it, and my knees are just scraping the back of the seat. So, would be comfortable for smaller kids or adults on a short trip. Now, you do have a little bit of storage area right back here. Okay, and then on each side, you have cup holders, and then you have got air vents, and then you've got a couple of your 10 speakers back here. In fact, there's 4 of them back here. The 2 seats here, because it's not a bench, they're fixed. So this is where you ride. So again, comfortable for younger kids, adults not so much. I hope this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.
Okay, attention to detail. I like the design on the drive mode button. It's very tactile. It won't be slippery when you try to move it around. So yeah, look at that. It's really nice. I like that. That's my favorite thing.
My favorite thing is this matte wood. I love it in any car, and this car I'd like it to be a lighter color for the trim in here, but it is an absolutely beautiful piece of trim to have. My favorite.